miss you guys. How are you?
You guys don't know what we're thinking.
And you guys are best friends. Can you tell people that even at school, you guys are best friends?
We are best friends. Don't try to go best friends with him. He's my best friend. Right, Anna? Yeah.
Even at school?
Yeah. Hey!
Why don't you find other friends instead of having your sister as your best friend at school?
You don't want us to be best friends?
I want, but at school you can look for other friends.
Man, everyone don't have a school no more. Man, anyways, everyone in our school is retarded as Giat.
What? What did you say?
Everyone get Rizzler, Phantom is retarded. Most of them. Get
It's just because Alina likes hugging you. Those two are best friends.
Shalom team safeguarding. I pray mko salama, mnaendelea vizuri, mnaangalia, mnalinda watoto vizuri. You guys are doing well, your family are well. Thank you guys for being ndani ya team safeguarding. We cannot thank you enough. Asante for subscribing. Asante kwa kutia comment zenu. Asante for sharing our videos. We are on the road to 20,000 strong safeguarding family duniani. This is what we do. We talk about children, we talk about safeguarding, we talk about supporting families, communities, individual. Tunafanya kazi na everybody for the purposes of ensuring children do not suffer any sort of harm. Tunatetea watoto, tunaomba familia zikae vizuri, tunaomba wazazi waweze kujua jinsi na namna ya kuwalea watoto vizuri, wasipitishwe through what they should not be put through, you know. So that's us ndani ya team safeguarding. So tunaongea kuhusu wababa, wamama, tunaongea kuhusu community, tunaongea kuhusu policy, riot, protest, anything that talks about family, anything that talks about children, anything that is safeguarding. Any advice tunaweza kupatia mzazi, tunaweza kupatia a community, any advice that we can give an institution, we do. Because that is what we've gone to school for. That is what we have the experience for. Leo katika hii video ya siku ya leo, I pray mmeona that small clip nimeweka hapo kabla hii video ianzie. I'm just going to play kitu kingine kidogo, but kabla nifanye hivyo, ningependa kuja kusupport a lady today that is a mother. I think she has 4 children to my understanding, vile nimeona katika video zake. Ni mtu ambaye nimeweza kuona video zake. I really admire what she's doing. She's doing fantastic. She definitely is big on YouTube, anaendelea vizuri. Nimemwona kwa Facebook pia hako. I think she must be on other social media platform. She's a Kenyan Canadian kulingana vile anasema. I think she's a wife, but also somebody that is making a difference. I like that this lady is helping families. I like this lady is none other but Joyce K. Nas Canada. Definitely this is a photo mmeweza kumuona hapo mbele. Yeah, she is supporting families especially with matters pertaining immigration, kuhusu mambo ya Canada ama ndani ya diaspora, and that is a fantastic job to do. So Joyce, from wherever you are, ukipata hii video, hongera sana for doing that. Keep up the good work. Forget about all the naysayers that are talking about you are deported from Canada. I know you've done that video. I watched it. I watched the entire video. I watched you. But Joyce, kuna hii video moja ambaye umefanya ambaye utakubali tu ni kucorrect kidogo, because mimi kama safeguarding officer nikiona pahali kuna makosa, pahali watoto wanaweza kupitishiwa magumu because of something that has happened, especially kama ni pahali mzazi amekosea kidogo na hajarekebisha watoto, utakubali tu ni kucorrect. I think it is in order for me to help you. I'm not telling you off, you know. Of course, I'm not opening this door for people to kind of start commenting or saying or writing. Actually, I may probably think, nikimaliza hii video, nitafikiria if I'm going to switch the comments off or not, because sitaki your children waingililiwe in any way, form or shape. So I think probably I will turn the comments off, although ningependa kusikia vile watu wangesema. But this video really is about supporting you as a parent, because that is what I'm trained for. I'm a senior safeguarding officer, and I help and I speak with families, communities, individuals, corporate, and all that about issues pertaining safeguarding. So there is this video, of course, ile ambayo umefanya, ambaye ni your morning routine, ambaye you are, going around your neighborhood with your children. You are doing a fantastic thing. Unaongea kuhusu you want to keep fit, and that's a fantastic thing. Uko na watoto wako wawili, sitaki kuwataja hapa, and guys, allow me, I have to blur these children, so that because I cannot present their face, but of course I have to allow the video to isikikane what they said, because otherwise this video will be of no content. So for the purposes ya kujua hawa ni watoto, I do not want people to go negative. Ni Joyce tunataka kuongea naye, sio watoto. So anyway, katika hii video yako umeenda walk vizuri sana, ukafanya vizuri sana, but kuna pahali ilifika ukaenda ukaambia, ukasema the place where I've showed guys, so that you may understand what I'm talking about. Have a look at this video clip ambaye nimeomba kwa Joyce for the purposes of supporting Joyce katika hii video on matters pertaining supporting her children, kuwa protect. Nitaongea baadaye hapo after this clip. Watch it.
And you guys are best friends. Can you tell people that even at school, you guys are best friends?
We are best friends. Don't try to go best friend with him. He's my best friend. Right, Anna? Yeah.
Even at school?
Yeah. Hey.
Why don't you find other friends instead of having your sister as your best friend at school?
You don't want us to be best friends?
I want, but at school you can look for other friends.
Ma'am, everyone don't have a school no more. Ma'am, anyways, everyone in our school is retarded as yacht.
What? What did you say?
Everyone is retarded. Most of them.
It's just because Alina likes hugging you. My kids are so welcoming. My mother-in-law there, when we went to see her, she said that she was worried that maybe Alina would be proud, that maybe she'll not talk to people. Hey, but when they met, Alina is so, her heart is so big. She was open. She would help her in the kitchen. Like, well, I think I'm blessed, guys. I would say I'm blessed. I'm not bragging. It's good to give myself flowers when I have done a good job. Well, I don't think it's me. It's just God. So, yeah, my kids, all of them are good. Even Willie, even Don. I'm blessed. If they maintain that, I'll be a happy parent.
That's it. So guys, I hope mmeweza kuona hiyo video. I don't know kama nyinyi mmeweza kuona pahali kumekuwa na shida. So Joyce, my sister, thank you for being a parent. It is a fantastic. Me, I'm a parent also. So kulea watoto sio easy. From what I can understand, without anybody telling me, the two children are Canadian, because definitely I don't think they were born in Kenya. I think they were born Maju. From the accent, ile ambaye nasikia wakiwa naye, I think they are Canadian. So, and from what umesema katika your videos ile ambazo nimeweza kuwatch, I've watched a few of your videos to support you as a content creator. I usually do that because hata mimi naombaga watu waniwachie zangu. So I've watched some of your videos. And definitely nimejua from what you're saying, you have not been long relocated back nyumbani. So you are there. So I believe, of course, as a responsible mother, umeweza kuweka watoto wako ndani ya shule. But katika your clip, what your children said hapo, to be honest, is not something that children won't say. First and foremost, like I said, watoto wako naona kama wamezaliwa Maju. Correct me if I'm wrong. I stand to be corrected. But from what I can hear, vile wanaongea, the accent, I think it's Canadian. It's not Kenyan. So what your children hapo, especially your boy, the kijana hapo ambaye ndiye aliongea the sister, who happens to be very good friend, and it's fantastic to see how they are bonding, how they are gelling, and how they are supporting one another. That is good. Sibling love is critical ndani ya familia, kwa sababu kuna watoto ambaye wanazaliwanga pamoja alafu they don't even see eye to eye, or they don't talk, or they don't bond. So kuona watoto wakibond hivyo is fantastic. So thank you for bringing that bonding together than your children, because it's only you and your husband, probably your family, your other older children that can help that bonding within your children to solidify. So keep up and continue doing that. But what your children said hapo wakati wakiconverse kuhusu other children in school, your son aliita hawa watoto wengine that their classmates are retarded. Retarded. Now, that is a word, Joyce, that you and I know. It is not a good word. Your son kuita watoto wengine retarded is wrong. A retarded, if I understand my English correctly, ni mtu ambaye haelewi what they are doing. Your son aliweza kuita watoto wengine uko kwa darasa yao ama kwa shule yao retarded. Now, if I understand the word retarded vizuri, it's an offensive word. It is talking about somebody that is less in advance, mentally, socially, physically. They do not think. In another word, ama kule kinyumbani, ni mtu ambaye hashikanishi, ni mtu ambaye haelewi, ni mtu ambaye akona special needs. This is what the word retarded means. Sasa my problem is not watoto wako, Joyce, because children can say that. Now, I would, if I want to be an advocate of your children, I would say they probably would say this, even though they are not supposed to say this, but they can say this based on this point. How watoto wako wamezaliwa majuu, and therefore they have Canadian accent. English is their first language, so they can actually speak, do everything in English. Kama vile wao unaongea Kikuyu, that is how English is to them. So when they wamekuja sasa hapa Kenya, wameanza kuchanganyikana na watoto wengine ambaye English is probably their fourth or fifth language. Some of them speak very little English. When your children nasa wametoka Canada na wamekuja huku sasa wako shuleni nao, unfortunately or fortunately, they will have to mix na watoto wa their same age. But these children cannot speak English like the way they are speaking English, because your children wanaongea Canadian English. So this is what your son is referring to. I do not think ndani ya your son he actually wants to be a rude individual. It's just that a way of vile anajiexpress, haelewi vizuri, na of course age yake inamuallow, haelewi vizuri the words that he's supposed to really use, rather than using a word retarded. Because your word retarded, tumeona, is not a very nice word, it's not a polite word, it's a bad word, and it's not a word that families of children, wale ambaye your son anawaita retarded, would be happy about. It's not a word that those children that are in the same class with your daughter or your son will be happy about. It would be wrong for somebody to call you, Joyce, a retard, because it's wrong. So, but your son can say this from a point of that classmate wake, ama wao, they hardly speak much English. Or else, wow, English is their first language. So huyu mtoto anaongea from an angle of hawezi kuelewana na wao, English yao akiwaongelesha, maybe they struggle. And this is why I can read, as a safeguarding officer, I can see why your children, the sister and the brother, actually are very good friends. Because probably they haven't got any circle there ambaye they can actually articulate some of the things that they're saying. Maybe some of the words that they use are very difficult words for watoto hawa darasa yao kushikanisha. Of course, when they get to sit with them, children adapt very quickly. They sit with them there 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Wataweza kuwaelewa na English itakuwa sio problem kwao. But for now, because they probably are new na wamejoin huko, that's why your children are finding it difficult to integrate now, and that's why they haven't made friends yet. And that's why the two of them are together like this. And I applaud you for saying that they are very best friends. But of course, from my way, nikiangalia, it's because they are not able to understand our watoto wengine ama hata kuingiana na wao. Their English is not clicking vizuri, and that's why they are finding it. That's why unaona wakiwa wawili wanakaa hivyo. Shida yangu sio hao watoto na vile waliongana kusema iti the whole darasa iti they are just retards, they don't understand all this. That's not a problem, because like vile nimekuelezea, watoto they would sit from that angle. Wanaona probably standard ya English huku is very low, and kwa sababu wao they are English, Canadians are English, Kenyan is not. Shida yangu ni how you responded to what your children said. Wakati mtoto wako walisema they are retards, or most of them are retards, and that's why the two are still best of friends. You said, what you brought, of course umeona your video, what you brought out of your face, I don't know, maybe haukuclick ama haukushikanisha ama haukuelewa ni nini watoto wako wamesema uweze kudeal na hiyo issue hapo. But Joyce, there ulianguka hapo, ulianguka mtihani Joyce. As a mother, what you ought to have done, and I'm not saying I'm way better, but as a safeguarding officer, nataka kuja kusupport what you need to do to support your children. I will tell you in a minute. As a safeguarding officer, that is my job. So hapo ulianguka mtihani because you did not deal with that issue hapo na hapo vizuri. Wewe uliongea kuhusu what? Ulishangaa what they have said because you understand what retarded means. You know that that's an offensive word. You know they should not be saying that, but you did not deal with that issue hapo Joyce. Ulienda ukaanza kuongea. Of course I could not share most of your video because it's your video, but I had just to use what I needed to use so that niweze ku support families, just in case kuna any other mzazi ambaye anaweza kuwa anapitia issue kama hizo, watoto wako wanaongea mambo kama hayo and you don't deal with it. What you ought to have done Joyce is to right immediately there after walisema hivyo, you should have stopped your children and uambie your children, excuse me, you cannot talk like that. You cannot call other children retarded. That is not a polite word. It's not a word you can use against any child. Hata kama mtoto ako na need, wewe kama hauna need, hauwezi kuita mtoto mwingine ambaye ako na need a retard. You can't. Because that is what it can be seen as bullying. It can be seen as all sort of it. Kwa hivyo, you did not deal with the situation hapo na hapo. You continued, all you said is what? And then you went on kusema wewe na brother yako ni best friends because wanga mnahagiana sijui ni nini mnapenda. Then you went on, instead of dealing with the issue there, you started continuing on your work, which is okay, but you then went on to say how your children are okay, how, you know, your auntie was thinking that your daughter made it. Anyway, for me hapo ulikataa kuaddress na kusupport watoto wako hawa wawili, kuambia hawawezi kuongea namna hiyo, hawawezi kutukana watoto wengine wawaite retard. It's not okay. It's not right. It is bad. And if your children are going to grow talking to other people like this and to other children like that, unfortunately, if you don't deal with that kind of behavior and were correct right there, and I will be, you cannot be rude to other children, you cannot talk to other people like that, unfortunately they will continue. They will grow, they will become teenagers, and they will have to learn themselves. But that is where your role, you and I as parents, we come in. Ukisikia kitu kama hiyo, manake najua wewe ulijua, because ulishangaa, ulipigwa butoa ukashangaa, ukasema what? Hata wewe haukuamini your son ameita watoto wengine wao kwa darasa retard, but you did not deal with it. So you ought to have dealt with it immediately right there Joyce, ili uweze kujua what is, uweze kusupport watoto wako. Now let me tell you why hii ni kitu ambayo inafaa uwasaidie to protect them. Because now your video, as I was watching it, it was just about 11,000 views one day, because of course you have over 180,000 subscribers, so your views ni mingi. Ile video umefanya baadaye iko na over almost going to 50 something thousand. You are immigrating from Canada, whatever. I think watu wanasema ulikuwa deported. So your numbers are viewing. You have now a lot of viewing. Probably by catch your video itakuwa imeshaenda 20,000. What I'm trying to say, what could be the effect of what happened ndani ya your video na huku edit? I don't know why you didn't edit there Joyce, because honestly that was not right. Wewe kama mzazi, you have to protect your children. And I think that is not something that you don't know, because wewe ukiwa mtu ambaye ni diasporian, umekuwa majuu na nini, hawa watoto probably wengine wamezaliwa huko juu, you understand about safeguarding, seriously. Therefore protecting your children should be paramount. So problem ile ambayo unaweza pata na hiyo issue, how that happened, is that wale watoto wako waliita retard, some of their parents are going to watch your video. So you tell me, what are the parents of those children waliitwa retard going to think? How are they going to react to that video? Mtoto wangu aliitwa kumbafu, bumbuazi, kondoo, mjinga, mtu ambaye hajielewi, aliitwa all sort of name. because every person is going to define retarded in their own way. So how are they supposed to react as wazazi wa hawa watoto ambaye walitukanwa na watoto wako? This is where I'm trying to get you to see. Okay, the students themselves, I'ma call them the pupils, hao ambaye waliitwa retard na watoto wako, how are they going to receive that news? Because kuna believe you me, already your video iko na 11,000. They are going to see the video. If they see, wataanza kuisambaza. Wakianza kuisambaza, what do you think is going to be the effect, ama the outcome, ama the aftermath of them watching that video and seeing your children calling them retards? Simply probably because they cannot understand them or they cannot speak English like they can. You know, how do you think they're going to affect? What now may be the outcome is kitu ambaye sitaki kuongelelea hapo kwa mtandao, because I don't want to be seen to say what can happen. Manake sitaki watu waanze kufanya vile nasema inaweza fanyika. But definitely watoto wako wanaweza kupitishiwa through mambo ingine huko, mambo ingine hawafai kupitishiwa because of what you have not corrected them. Now watoto tunajua wanaweza kusema anything. What needed to happen ni wewe immediately ukemee, ukashifu, correct, uambie we don't talk like that. That is what we do as parents. Na hiyo video ingekuwa sawa hata ukioneshana, hata watoto wengine wakiona, hata wazazi watasema, oh, watoto ni kawaida yao, the way they talk, all sort of things. But the mother was there to correct them. The mother was there to guide them. The mother was there to tell them that they don't talk like that. But because you didn't do that, ni kushangaa tu ulishangaa na ukaendelea kuongea na ukaendelea kuwa praise, which is not bad. You should do that as a mother. And definitely I do not believe your children wako wabaya. It's just vile walishindwa maybe kujielezea, vile wanaweza ku articulate themselves how the class is in reference to probably them at understanding each other, and that is how the word just came out that other children are retarded. So hapo ndipo ulikosea, my sister Joyce K, nurse from Canada. So hii issue inaweza kuletea watoto wako mambo zingine ambaye hazifai, on basis of watoto watakasirika, tulitukanwa, tuliitwa retard. Wazazi wa hawa brothers hawa wakubwa wanaweza kusema hawa watoto kwa sababu wanaona wao ni Canadian, wamezaliwa Canada, so wanafikiri wanaweza kutoka Canada wakuja hapa waanze kuita watoto wetu retard. Joyce, cover and support your children. This is my advice for you. That video has not gone too far. I'm going to tag you on this video. Na kama kuna mtu yote ambaye ni friend wa Joyce, tafadhali, I'm going to try and make this video as open as it is for everybody that is a subscriber of Joyce K Nurse Canada to probably see it. Ukiona, tafadhali tag Joyce. Ambia Joyce, all you need to do is go back to your YouTube studio, edit that part. Hiyo watoto wako wanaongea hivyo. Edit that part and leave the rest of the video. You are not going to lose any views. You are not going to remove you don't need to remove the video from YouTube because it's a very good video. Of course, pia YouTube maybe it's part of your business. So you just need to go to your YouTube studio, edit that part. You should be able to edit that part ndani ya YouTube. Remove that section ambayo watoto wako wanasema watu wengine remove that, leave the rest of the video. Otherwise, tafadhali saidia watoto wako. Kama kuna mzazi out there ambaye mtoto wako anaweza kuongea kitu mbaya kuhusu watoto wengine, regardless of where it is, whether mtoto ni teenager, wako shule, wako huko college, wako kwa park, anytime mtoto wako anaongea kitu mbaya kuhusu watoto wengine, think of the consequences that can happen. Think about the aftermath, the after effects of what can happen because of what they've said. That is how we safeguard our children. Safeguarding is all about protecting what can happen to our children to ensure it does not happen in the first place. Naambiaga watu, safeguarding is what we need to do, not child protection. We do child protection because we have not safeguarded things that should not have happened. Child protection is a process of safeguarding. Unaona? So, tuache kungoja mambo kama hiyo happen, ili sasa tuanze kusema nitahamisha mtoto wangu shule, nitatoka kwa hii village, nitafanya hivi, mtoto wangu sasa nitarudisha hapa kwa sababu sasa ameanza kuingililiwa, ameanza kuwa bullied, ameanza kuwa nini because of what they said. No, let us stop that from happening in the first place by making sure we safeguard. Kama Joyce ungekuja tu hapo ukashifu what they said there, with love. I'm not saying that ukuja uanze kufokea watoto wako ama reprimand. No. You just guide them and waoneshe whatever they said is wrong. Tell them there live vile tu ulikuwa unaongea nao. You cannot use that kind of word. Uweze kutukana watoto wengine na all that, because that's not a polite word. So use another word. If it is because you are not understanding their English and all that, with some time you will be able to understand them. But you cannot call other children retarded just because you are not understanding or they're not understanding you, or you're not able to integrate. Allow time. Time is a great, minister. It allows things to merge and to come together eventually. So ni hayo tu, Joyce. My prayer is that you will be able to go to your YouTube studio and edit that part so that people that are seeing out there do not continue to see that part, ile ambayo watoto wako wanaita watoto wengine wa shule yao retarded. It's wrong. So ukitoa hiyo part ni sawa. Apart from that, najua definitely this is an advice that probably you take on board. Any other parent that's out there, tafadhali do not allow such things to happen, regardless of whatever situation it is. Hii ni just a lesson that we are learning, and mimi kama safeguarding officer kazi yangu ni kuja kusaidia familia. So this is all about us learning. So it's not about us kuja hapa iti kusema hey, Joyce hakukuwa is not a good mother. No, she's a fantastic mother. Mtu yote ambaye ameweza kulea watoto kama hao, ameweza kuwapeleka shule, anaenda na wao walk, anawa encourage, is a fantastic mother. Lakini kila mtu anaweza kukosea hapa na pale. So hata mimi mwenyewe I do a lot of mistakes and a lot of people correct me. So it's not a problem, and therefore look forward to seeing a lot of your content, Joyce, and I hope you take this on board. I'm thinking that probably I'm going to lock comments on this video. So, but nitaangalia kabla ni upload nitaangalia. But either way, nitacheki. I can always, if I decide to open the comments, I can always lock the comments at any time. Nikianza kuona kuna mambo imetokea mbaya, I can lock the comment at any time. But in the meantime, hope you keep doing what you're doing as an individual, as a parent, and wish you all the good wakati uko Kenya. And do not listen to the naysayers about the issue about Canada deportation and all that. Keep doing you. I think mimi ningekuambia. Keep doing you and you're doing well. Ni hayo tu watu wangu. Thank you. Asanteni sana. Pray for Gen Z ndani ya Kenya. Pray for our country Kenya. Tuendelee kufanya kazi vizuri. Tuendelee kusikizana. Let us have peace and unity. And God is going to bless us. Apart from that, God bless you so much. Msahau kusubscribe. And definitely I will see you in the next video.